Hi guys, so it's been way too long since I've done a video that's like about makeup or a get ready with me or just talking to the camera or like a story time video, and I want to kind of do a little bit of both today, kind of like a chatty get ready with me video. Yeah, it's just like a catch up about how the last 12 months-ish of my life have been. I've just bought this like 2 days ago. It's Soap and Glory bronzer, and I'm just gonna use it like on my cheekbones and stuff like that. So around this time last year, I wouldn't say I was like very happy. My memory's never that good, but I won't go on about negatives. But around this time last year, I realised I really wanted to try putting more into my YouTube channel again, because I've had this channel for like 6 years, but I just weren't doing much with it. I was doing like a video a month and it was just like a cover or something like that, and I really wanted to put more into my YouTube because I have had a passion for it, but I just weren't really like putting into it, which is just not kind of, if you have a passion for something you should put effort into it. And that sounds like a really obvious thing, but you'd be surprised how many things in people's lives they do deep down really love, and they see it as a big part of their life, but they don't put any effort into keeping it as a big part of their life. And that goes for like relationships and stuff as well. But anyway, so yeah, I started trying to make like a video a week at least, and then there was some points during last year where I'd make 2 or 3 videos a week for like quite consistently, and made a few more videos with Ollie Bomb. We started getting a lot closer, like I think maybe the year before last year. I think we've known each other for like 2 or 3 years now. The first time we ever met was when she did like a photo shoot for me, and that video is still up on her channel. And yeah, I think her and my friend Jade, who I worked with at the time, oh did I? No wait, I started off by working with Jade, but we didn't work with each other this time last year. But yeah, so Ollie Bomb and Jade were pretty much my only friends, and I had a boyfriend who I spent a lot of time with for the first like 2 years of our relationship, but then we kind of, it was more like 3 days a week, I think, something along those lines, that I'd see him. And yeah, it just weren't really going very well. So obviously we broke up in about March, and I realised I just wanted a huge change in my life and I wanted to start doing things for myself. Before we broke up really, I started to realise I wanted to do more things, like started to write and play more music and make my YouTube videos again. But after the breakup, I really just wanted to concentrate on myself. I kind of made a promise to myself, like at least a year, like don't go near boys or whatever, and don't get in another relationship was kind of the promise that I made to myself. There's that quote about the definition of insanity is like always doing the same thing and expecting different results, and yeah, I just never really changed myself. It's kind of weird looking back, but yeah, this last relationship was like a massive learning curve for me. So we broke up and I started taking acting lessons. Was one of the first things I did. The first lesson I went to was actually the week before we properly broke up, and I kind of sensed that we were going to break up, I think, and I just wanted something different in my life. And this is just like a lilac cream concealer kind of thing, which just brightens your face a tiny bit. I'm just putting it underneath my highlighter because I'm obsessed with highlighter. So yeah, I went to the first one, and it's called Manchester Hub Drama, and the teachers are Stevie and Paul. And the first lesson I went to was like 10 months ago now. It was really different at the time. Like, I feel like that class has grown and changed so much, and it's like these days it's a huge part of my life. Drama and movies kind of always get me through like bad times. I don't know, you can just kind of leave reality and go into this new thing. And at the time I was really obsessed with Jesse Eisenberg because Batman vs Superman had just come out. So yeah, I became a bit obsessed with Jesse Eisenberg because of his part as Lex Luthor. I started watching all of his films, and I just think he's like so talented. I noticed that he was also about to bring his play to England, and I ended up seeing that in June with my mum, and that was amazing as well. It was just such a like different thing. Just sat there and watched like a comedic play, almost like a sitcom, but right in front of you. It's just really hard to explain, but yeah, the talent in that guy is just crazy. It was called The Spoils, by the way, so if you ever get a chance to see it, I don't know if he's still doing it or anything, or if he'll do it again. but it was really good. So this acting class that I've been a part of, Stevie and Paul are just such great people, and everyone in the class, we really get along with each other, genuinely. I feel like there's so much I need to get out like all at once. One of the girls that goes to the acting class is Chayaz. She makes YouTube videos as well. I'll leave a link in the description. We've had dinner before. We've had dinner with Ollie Bomb as well. And she's just really nice and really interesting. A couple of the guys have come to see me play an open mic night once. The director Stevie wrote a play which was originally called Borderline Electra, and then it was called Minds a Labyrinth, and that's when I started being involved, and now it's called Rachel. So yeah, it was around about like, I'm gonna say August, even though I feel like it might have been either earlier or later than August. I'm just gonna say August, when he said to me that he'd like to go in a different direction musically, and he wanted me to kind of be like an acoustic soundtrack almost. So I sit on stage like throughout the entire play, and I'm kind of like, I break up the scenes in a way, but in some ways I kind of also intermingle with the scenes. I'm almost slightly like an inner monologue at times. There's a few covers and a few originals of mine in there, and I just love Stevie's vision for it all. It's like, I feel like even some huge accomplished musicians that are like so professional and famous and stuff like that, I feel like everyone would love to do something like this. I just think it's a great opportunity. Last October I went to New York for New York Comic Con with Jade, and that was just an amazing week. I can't wait to go back to New York and see Jade again. It's going to be awesome. I did vlog quite a lot, and I vlogged the New York Comic Con, but I haven't uploaded it yet or edited it. I am going to edit it at some point and upload it. I'm not sure how I'm going to title it, kind of, because it was a while ago. I was just concentrating on music for a while. I weren't really like doing vlogs and stuff, so I haven't uploaded it yet, but I will be uploading it. My boyfriend's mum gave me this, by the way. And you're probably wondering why I just said boyfriend. I do have a boyfriend now. So I met a guy that I started to really like. On Halloween, actually, was the first time I met him. And then I started to like him as more of a friend in like the end of November, maybe the middle of December. So yeah, me and he's called Jackson, just so you all know. If you follow me on like social media and stuff, you'll probably know that already. But yeah, we met at Halloween one time. We'd spoke on Facebook a little bit, started to get to know him, realised he was really funny, realised he was a really great guy. Obviously these are just things that you learn the more you get to know someone, or it could go the opposite way and then you don't want to speak to him anymore. But I just got to know him as a really good friend, and then I don't know, started seeing him as more of a friend. Probably partly to do with things like the fact that he shaved off his beard. It was and like got rid of his lip piercing and got a nose piercing instead, stuff like that. Recently got a haircut as well, like just some weird, it's just funny, like one of them transformations, like on if you've seen the film Passengers, when like he, spoiler alert, wakes up Jennifer Lawrence and then goes and like shaves off his beard and it's just like suddenly a completely different person. And I was like, it kind of crossed my mind for a minute, but then I was like, nah, I'm not ready for a relationship yet. But then the more I got to know him and how similar he is to me in so many ways, I was like, no, I could definitely be in a relationship with this guy. I don't know, because I was already good friends with him and I really get along with him, and he supports me in all these things like YouTube. He doesn't like belittle me or anything like that about it, and I just feel like he wouldn't get in the way of anything that I wanted to do in my life, and it's just, yeah, it's just really cool. Another thing over the past year that's been huge for me is releasing my first EP. I'm not sure how many of you guys know about it, but it's in the description for all my videos, the link to the EP and stuff. I might put a bit of this on my nose, I love this stuff. So yeah, this EP called Teeth. I'm not sure when I started writing it, but I've been writing music since I was probably like, let me show you these, by the way. This one's all cracked so I can't show you properly, but this is by NYX and it's called Frostbite. This is the one that I use like in my eyes a lot, or just as highlighter like on my nose and stuff. I think it's just such a cool colour. And then this is Urban Decay Tonic. It's like oh, it's just amazing, shimmery, like mainly purple, but it's like iridescent. I've been writing music since I was like, the first song I ever wrote I was 15 or 16, but it was just for my like GCSE music. That was the first like proper from beginning to end song that I ever wrote. Yeah, that was the first one, and then I started writing more in college. I wrote a song called Less Tricks More Treats. There's probably 3 videos of me playing that on here, but I've never like released an EP. I've never had artwork or put it on iTunes or anything like that, and I just really wanted to do it. So yeah, the recording quality isn't great because I did it myself, and there's probably a lot of things that I will hopefully at least do a lot better next time I release an EP, but I'm not in a rush to do that yet because I want to make sure that that's part of the reason. There's so many reasons why I really wanted to get an EP out there. I just didn't want to procrastinate about it. I wanted to have something to send to people if I want to like book for a gig, and I wanted to have something there to be proud of, like my music and stuff. I didn't want any more songs to just kind of get lost on my YouTube because I hadn't put them in like an actual like EP, like this is a thing. And also now that I have an EP out there, I don't feel like there's much of a rush to write music, so it kind of takes like a load off my back, or off my shoulders, whatever the phrase is. The next EP I write, I'll have a lot more time to think about and record, and maybe I'll be able to put some more money into it if I have some more money by then. But I couldn't put too much money into it this time because I had no idea how much money I'd make back, and I haven't made as much back as I spent on like the artwork or the instruments and stuff like that, obviously. But I feel like now that I know how to do it, next time I'd probably make a bit more money again, or at least hopefully. This is my EP, by the way. I have it sat in the corner of all of my videos. Oh, another thing over the past year, since I've been mentioning about how I've been like socialising, I've been playing a lot more gigs. I got back into gigs. Massive thank you to my friend Hannah, by the way, for getting me a few of those gigs. She's just really cool. She's a promoter, and she known her for probably like two years now. And when I started playing gigs again, she's helped me out and she's got me a few of those gigs. That's amazing. Joe Bagpipes has been letting me play a lot more of his open mic nights, and it's just like such a tight-knit community musically, I think, in Manchester. Like almost all the people who play at all these open mic nights know each other. The ones that have YouTube, by the way, I'll link in the description. Like Dave is amazing. Lizzie Jane, I went to college with her, but I didn't speak to her much in college, and now I speak to her a lot more. Yeah, these people are just so crazy talented, and they deserve a lot more recognition. And yeah, I've just been getting to know a lot of these people over the past year, and it's been amazing. And the main person who I've reconnected with over the past year is Aaron Barnes, who's been in probably like 7, I don't know, that's a guess, 7 or 8 videos of mine so far. Started talking to him again. I went to school with him basically, and we did get along in school, but we weren't like best friends. And then we stayed in touch a bit more when we were at college because my mum actually taught him in college, and then we both went through just some stuff, growing up stuff and all that. And then I still had him on Facebook, and he posted like just a cover singing, I think it was Hosier, and I was like, we should work together sometime. Like, I'm not being a boring like weirdo anymore and keeping myself to myself. I want to work with people. Like, it's just so much fun. And yeah, he was like, I'm down for that. And we live close to each other because we went to the same school, which is like really hard to come by, people who live close to you. He came over one time. We did, I've forgotten what the first song was. Might have been My Chemical Romance. But yeah, we just worked together a couple of times, and it was just kind of like casual, like we're friends. But then we started hanging about more often, and we're just like, he's definitely one of my best friends in the world. I think him and Ollie Bomb, obviously my boyfriend, and Jade, I would probably say are like my best friends in the world. So sometimes I use Superhero It mascara and Jessie's Girl liquid eyeliner, and these are both amazing. But today I'm gonna use more Soap and Glory stuff just because I'm just sticky with it. Why am I yawning so much? I'm not tired, just trust me, I had like 9 hours. So yeah, Super Cat eyeliner. Just gonna put a bit of eyeliner on. Probably not gonna talk over this because I don't want to, you know, obvious reasons. I was not expecting to do my eyeliner this thick today, but okay. Let's just go with it. The right eyeliner is a bit more thick than the left eyeliner, but I think my left eye is bigger than my right anyway. Thick and fast mascara. This Soap and Glory stuff, by the way, Aaron got me for Christmas. How cool is that? What a clever boy. The last thing I really want to talk about on this probably extremely long video is YouTube, ironically enough. That's obviously been a really consistent thing in my life since I was like 17 years old when I started making YouTube videos. It's the main way for me to share my music. And yeah, for all these reasons, how much I enjoy doing it, it's probably got to be a runner-up for the most important thing in my life. And for the first, and I started really concentrating on it again and trying to come up with like a plan to make better videos and all this stuff. I've bought so much new equipment over the past year, just all these things. I'm just thinking about YouTube every day. Started with all this kind of stuff like last January. And for the first 6 months, all my stats were kind of similarly like averaging on like 100 new subscribers a month or something like that. And then I did a cover of 21 Pilots that picked up a bit. Just loads of random videos that helped pick up a little bit towards the end of the year, like August-ish. Started growing like a tiny bit, and then because Green Day released a new album, and I obviously I'm a huge Green Day fan, I did some videos on that, and that's helped a lot. And then my Pink Guy cover helped a hell of a lot, which is crazy. Just didn't expect that at all. I just did it as a bit of fun, and it was actually like a huge risk, but I really wanted to do it because I wanted to bring more humour into my channel, because obviously humour is a huge part of my life. I'm sure like almost anyone would say that, but like, I don't know, it just is. Comedy, I love it, and silliness, and like just daft little things like this. All the YouTubers I watch mainly are like H3H3, Pink Guy, PewDiePie, stuff like that. Just gonna do the bottom eyelashes without speaking in case you know. Gonna put on some of this Lush Sugar Scrub that I love. This is like a Valentine's Day one, it's got little edible hearts in it. How cool is that? These lip scrubs, by the way, if you've never used them before, it's just like just scrubs any like dead skin or anything like that off your lips, and then you just lick it off because it's sugar and salt. It's really cool. So my two favourite liquid lipsticks probably are NYX Liquid Suede in 07, which is like, I think it might be Sandstorm. Yeah, Sandstorm, and Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow. So they're pretty much the same colour. I mean, let's be honest, but the formula is slightly different. This lasts a lot longer and it's a tiny little bit darker. So when I've got my eyes like as over the top as this, I will just use the other one. It stays shiny for a minute, but then it fades and it's a bit more like cream rather than like straight up matte. I think the other one's a bit more matte as well. So yeah. Oh, one little thing I forgot to mention. I'm sure there's a lot I forgot to mention, but another friend I've gotten a lot closer to over the past year is a girl called Emma. And me, Emma and Ollie Balmall went to London to see 21 Pilots. I started getting into 21 Pilots in like May or June, I think. And we went to London last November to see 21 Pilots, and it was awesome. The vlogs are up on my channel anyway, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. Yeah, that was really cool. Okay, so I just used my straighteners to add a couple of little extra waves into my hair because it goes kind of like frizzy and weird and kinky and stuff, and I just put on my usual cap. I don't know like what brand it is or anything like that, but I love this style of hat. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna stay in the same clothes. This is just a cheap Hogwarts shirt I found in a shop called Primark, which is like an English, I don't know, just cheap, huge clothes store. I'm just gonna stay in this and some just plain black jeans. Okay, I'm gonna go and rehearse now for the rehearsals today. Well, I'm gonna learn a song for the rehearsals today because I need to add like 1 or 2 songs. He's adding new stuff all the time. And yeah, and then I'm gonna go and play an open mic night again. Thank you very much for supporting my channel and my music and everything. It's amazing. I'm gonna go now and do my things that I've been saying that I'm gonna go and do. Okay, bye bye.